Yeah. Been to have a good time since you know where. Like yourself for the first time in a long time. I've been playing what's the key game? So the key game's net. Excuse me. This is what I do. I don't feel like playing like competitive. I just play like my career. And I built this build the other day. I didn't look at YouTube or nothing. I just built it from scratch. It's a 6'9" character, and it was like I'm like Draymond Green, Kevin Durant. It said some other dude. I can't remember what it was. It was Kevin Durant, Draymond, and somebody else. I was like, damn.
CJ, what up, bro?
MP, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, you know, I'm great, bro. Just getting ready to teach your old man some new tricks.
Point of a game is to win, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying, don't get caught on no posters, man. A lot of cameras around here.
Guess we'll see what happens.
All right, bet. Good luck. Oh.
And what a great guard matchup we have tonight. Smitty, I know you're a big...
Would you go there with your hand on the wind, baby, without warning? It ain't echoing. I hope it ain't echoing. Oh yeah, it's playing music. I couldn't tell. I was tripping out for a second. I'm playing on my PC, my Xbox, not my PC, so I can't hear it all the way like I normally can. Right.
Man of games like this.
I am. Guard play is so incredible right now in the NBA. Both of these teams are loaded in the backcourt. I expect them to trade punches.
I ain't getting no assists for that. It's crazy.
All eyes tonight will be on the matchup between Zion Williamson and MP. And this is the first head-to-head matchup between these two players.
You've got your work cut out for you trying
Yeah, this is a pretty straight dude. It's got a decent three, decent mid-range, all that other stuff, defense.
And I'm expecting quite a show from these guys. MP will likely try to take control of the pace early, and that's when he and his team are at their best.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay at the 1 and the 2. MP is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Looney in at the center position. Looney, a screen on Williamson. MP finds Looney. Yep, counted.
Terrific roll. I don't know if I'd make it or not, to be honest.
More comfortable down there.
And with a single punch in last season's training camp, it seems
the
Warriors' culture of joy and togetherness really took a hit.
That's what I like to do in my free time. Like, this is way more fun than playing online for me sometimes. Only time I really play online is when I got a group of friends online, because randoms is crazy, and I just don't like. I want to play and have fun, and then like we used to play and have fun. Now you gotta sit here and sweat. Like, I don't want to sit here and play like that every game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
Here's McCollum following the score by Golden State.
Just to show the kids it's real. I like how this year you don't have to really. I had to jump. He still almost made it. I like how you don't have to do all the extra dumb stuff. You know, you can just do the career mode. That's what you gotta do. This is my second build. The first build wasn't this good. This is the build I wish I would have built originally, but Next year I probably won't even buy the game. I got the Legendary Edition, you know, because I've always got the Legendary Edition. Ever since I got became an adult, have my own money or whatever. And this is like first year where I'm like, I really shouldn't have bought it. It came with the League Pass. That's the only reason I got my money's worth with the League Pass, because I haven't played nothing. I got myself to level 90, like it was, and probably played like 50 park games. I played a little bit of park. It's just not fun for me, man. Like, my friends are never online. Some people play it too so serious. I'm not playing that serious. Wow. I'm not playing it that serious. I just want to have fun. It's just not fun anymore like it used to be. It used to be fun. Like, now they kind of ruined it for me. So. Yeah, sometimes I get on here and just do some career games just to have a little fun.
Jose Alvarado is out there with Dyson Daniels. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Nance in at the pivot spot.
Come on, man. I couldn't even get the rebound. Like, I'm not the star yet, so they won't pass me the ball all the time when I call for it.
It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Alvarado outside. Williamson outside. And the layup is
nothing else I could have done, bro. I was all in his face.
But what else is there, right?
Outside Curry. On the wing, MP. Uncovered.
Hey.
And he gets
Flash.
the bucket.
Jump shot. Ugly. I forgot whose jump shot I'm using.
And
But
Orland's shooting about 60%
it was
for
like
the game.
everything was A except for like the height. So I was like, I can deal with it. I can deal with the height, man.
Just over a minute has passed here in the
I
second
haven't played on the
quarter.
park in like 2 months though. Ever since the first season I haven't played, it's just not fun for me, like I said, especially playing with randoms. And then my friends don't get on that much. And then what I hate is when I'm playing on the court. Like when I first started playing in the court, they would just kick me off, and shit would piss me off so much.
Ball finds MP.
Hey.
MP making the long range connection.
And that's just good positioning by MP on the play. He's
I like how
right where
you
he
can
wants to be to take
skip
that
the
quick
key
shot.
games. I'm trying to play as many games as possible because I'm not spending no money on VC. I didn't even get these levels. Like, I know you can buy it. I'm not doing that shit. It's dumb for me to spend $50, $70, whatever it is,
Here's Daniels.
every few weeks on a season. I don't even play the game. It doesn't even matter to me. You know, some people do it. If you got it, do it. You know, if that's what you want to do. But for me, it just made no sense. Like, I'd rather do something else with my money.
Here's MP.
Hey.
Plenty of space. And again, it's
I'd rather do
Golden
something else with my
State.
money.
What a first game between MP and his opposition.
This is the second time this
They have played each other
link in my bio thing has been up there. That's crazy.
And he's going for the lob.
I'm not checking your link in your bio. I'm good.
Nearly unstoppable. No matter
I'm
where the
good.
pass is delivered, Zion will go up.
Nothing against you, I'm just
So
not
it's
doing
both
that.
teams making substitutions here. And let's use this break to
That's what's
recognize
wrong with the
your
internet now.
Western
You click on
Conference
links and
Player
get
of the
messed
Week,
up.
MP.
He's a great example of
I get
what a
messages from
moderate
shit
big looks
sometimes, and
like.
I'm young,
He's
kind of
so
young,
much
you know.
more
I'm
than
still
just a big in the
in my
paint.
20s right
And
now.
that
And I see stuff, I'm like,
versatility
damn, is that a
part of what
scam? Is
makes
this
him such
real?
an
Like,
outstanding player.
Now here's MP.
hey,
9 points in the game. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
I'm on double takeover. I might as well use it because they're going to call
I will
timeout
say
soon.
this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Here's Williamson.
Come on, kid.
Here's Ingram. And there's
I do
two.
think that
Work on the glass pan off that
Ingram
time.
and Zion are going to be like a nasty ass duo in the future.
Excellent positioning by Ingram.
Zion's my favorite
He's
player
there
right
to
now
keep the play
in the new
alive
NBA.
and finish it strong.
Since Kobe and them, you know, retired, and
And for a while, it seemed
I
the
love
Warriors were
Zion, and
maintaining a dual
I just wish he'd play more. I wish all this new generation would play more. I hate it. You know, I'm 29 in a couple weeks. I turn 29 in a couple weeks. So I'm not like super old. I don't really remember Jordan too much on the Bulls. Just a little bit. But I just remember everybody wanting to play. Now it's like nobody wants to play. And I'm just, it's so annoying as a grown up. Like as a kid, you don't understand. as an adult, I understand like they're tired, they don't want to play, or they're hurt, or the team's trying to look out for them. As an adult, I also understand like we're spending hella money buying all this gear, buying these tickets. Like if we last night, we live near the Kings. We live between the Kings and the Warriors. So last night, the Lakers came to town. I'm a Lakers fan. I didn't go. I could have if I wanted to spend a lot of money, which I didn't spend. But just say I did spend $600 or $700 on 3 tickets, and LeBron didn't show up, or AD didn't show up, or whoever didn't show up. It's like game 2 of the season. Just let me know the NBA doesn't give a fuck. And granted, Devin Booker missed game 2 and 3. How do you play game 1, drop 32, walk off the court, smile and give the interviews, and then game 2, 2 days later against the Lakers comes up. First game of the season for the Lakers at home. LeBron, KD, you know, a matchup everybody wants to see. Their star players don't even play. Like foot soreness, second game of the season. It's like, no shit, dude. You playing basketball. You haven't played at a high level probably in months. And you know what I'm saying? And now it's a sore foot. Like, no shit. It's just we don't get to use those excuses. And I know like it's different to a point. You know, we're not like billion-dollar businesses technically or brands, but still, like imagine going to your doctor and he's like, my legs hurt today, I can't work. Or it's a rest day, you can't get your surgery, the doctor's legs are tired, or his hands are tired. It's a justifiable excuse, but you don't want to hear that. Or you go to McDonald's to order you know, a #1, a Big Mac, and it's like, oh yeah, we can't make Big Macs today. Our grill staff's tired, they're taking a rest day. Like nobody gets to do that. We're not making billions of dollars. Y'all are making billions, millions, trillions. Some people make possibly trillions in the future, you know? It's just annoying, man. It's sad that you see football players play 18 weeks of contact, contact sport, and they can play and miss no games. And you just have NBA, 82 games granted, but they play like every other night. Maybe two, they'll play 3 nights a week at the most, and they can't even play. Like, they can't give you 20 minutes, they can't give you 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Like, they can't do anything. It's just so aggravating. I really think that the NBA needs to go away from fully guaranteed contracts and do like the NFL, like you don't play, you don't get paid type shit. And I guarantee them players will start playing, and the teams will stop doing it. Cause they've already came out and said there's no link to load management helping prevent injuries. There's more injuries now than ever before. And that's in my opinion, that's because the players aren't playing. You can practice, do drills all day. Everybody who plays sports or did any kind of athletics knows you can train every day. Practice, work out, lift weights. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Michael Jordan worked out, did all his shits back in the 90s and 80s. So did Kobe, and so did every player. But they played. This generation now don't want to play. All they do is make Instagram videos of them dunking, shooting threes, and then they get in the game and get fucking injured first game of the season or whatever. You would have never seen Kobe Bryant sit out game 2 of 82 talking about foot soreness. Like, what? Foot soreness? They should have said he was sick or something. The flu. I'd have said he was thrown up. You said foot soreness on game 2 of an 82 season. It's like, duh, they're running on their feet. They haven't played all summer. And even if they did, it's different. It's supposed to be the highest level. They should be playing, even if they play the Drew League, they play overseas. This is supposed to be the highest, NBA is the highest level, you know what I'm saying? So what do they think? Like, we're not going to play the whole summer, we're just going to train and practice, play lower level leagues, and then play, the season starts, we're going to play one game over sore, can't play the next game. But you're going to take that $40 million a year, or whatever they get paid. Devin Booker, like $40 million salary. He's not going to miss that salary because his feet hurt. He's going to get that salary. If they start making it like NFL contracts, I guarantee these players will start showing up. I guarantee they'll show up. When they start, if you play, you'll get like, somebody on a $40 million contract, you might get like $700 grand per game they play. They don't play that game, they'll miss that $700 grand. I guarantee they'll start playing. And they don't care. Everybody's like, why did AD take that deal? Why did he take that deal? He could have waited, or Giannis, it was Giannis, but still, AD too. They took the deal no matter what, just in case. Because these players ain't gonna play 65 games no more. They can't get the max deal if they don't play the 65. You gotta play 65 games to get the awards. all NBA and all that shit, all NBA first teams and second team, third team, that gives them max contracts. So if they don't play 65 games, they won't be in the running for that. A lot of players probably said, damn, let me get this money now while I can, because, you know, I might get injured next year or the year after, and I might not be qualifying for the max, or however that works. That's good, though. I think it's good. These players need to play, like, your season's 82 games, like, people don't, you wouldn't miss 82 days of work, you know, like 20, 30 days of work. If you're hurt, you're hurt. You know, if you're injured, that's different. Like Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles, obviously that makes sense. But to see somebody saying back sore or leg sore or foot sore, like Devin Booker's missed 2 games, 3 games because of foot soreness. The season just started, bro. Season just started. And he's not gonna turn down that $40 million a year salary, whatever he gets paid, whenever he get paid. He's not gonna turn that down. Even though there's hella fans from LA that wanted to see Devin Booker play the other night, and they didn't get to see him play. They got to see him sit on the bench, dressed up in $1,000 outfits, $20,000 outfits, smiling and laughing, while fans want to see him play. Hate to see him play. That's a Western Conference Finals possibly. Lakers and Suns. Don't even get to see the Stars play. Game 2 of the season. It's just sad. Like people like LeBron, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, people that's been in for like 15 years, 14 years, they deserve breaks, rest breaks, you know what I'm saying? If you've been in less than 10 years, you don't need no damn rest. Like, you get rest every other night. When Devin Booker dropped 32 and smiled and walked off that court Tuesday night, his rest should have been Wednesday. Okay, Devin, you don't have to come to practice, you're sore. Or, you know, maybe just work out light or something. Not, oh, I'm gonna miss 2 or 3 games in a row because my foot's sore. That's stupid. You getting paid $40 million a year. People out here making $30,000 a year trying to come see y'all play. It just makes no sense. I understand they gotta protect themselves, but damn, dude, you are basketball players. You're not basketball bench riders. You know, you're superstars, star players, star athletes. It's never the crappy players. Like, no matter what you can say about Russell Westbrook, he plays. Like, you might not want him to play sometimes because he turned the ball over so much, but he's out there. He gives it his all. You know that if you were a Clippers fan or you were a Lakers fan last year or whatever it was, you pretty much knew he was going to show up. You knew he was going to show up. That year that he was losing, the first year we had Russell, he didn't make the playoffs. He played almost 82 games. You can't even get AD to play 50 games. He's always hurt. LeBron, he old. He want to play 82 games. I'm sure if he could. You know, you see people like Skip Bayless and whoever. He only played 70-something games, and Michael played 80 this month. The era of playing 82 games is dead. It's over. It's over. It's sad, but it's over. That 65 is like the minimum these players are looking for now. They're like, oh, 65 to get the award. That's what they're aiming for. The NBA is like, we don't want it to be 65 as a minimum. It's like the guideline. It's just like the minimum. It's like now that they know 65 is the minimum. They're like, you got to play 65 games to get awards. So they know. They're not dumb.
Back to MP.
Hey. They're going to try to play 65 games, and that's it. Everybody, almost every superstar in the league, 65, and that's it. I guarantee it. Like I said, if you're Kevin Durant, LeBron, Chris Paul, you know, even James Harden, people that's played like 14, Dame Lillard, that would make sense. You don't even see Dame Lillard trying to take breaks too much. Just like with Jimmy Butler the other night. You won't even play in front of your old team. You know what I'm saying? They out here, where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? You know, he ain't playing because he load management. How you load management at the beginning of the season? The season just started. That's like you going on that's like you going to work. Y'all shift is 8 hours, and you gonna sit on the break for 3 hours, or 4 hours. Like, yeah, I'm resting. Load management. Like, what is load management? You got rest after work. Your job don't say, when you go to work today, your job ain't gonna say, yeah, you can sit here and rest on the clock. They gonna say, you can rest when you get off work. You got time to lean, you got time to clean. I used to hear that when I was in the military. You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
Screen. Here's MP.
The sad part is you'll have people like me Somebody like me who's not a superstar, not an NBA player, they'll sit there and defend it. Like, oh, they do this. It's like, dude, you can't even, your job don't want to give you a break. You take 10 minutes longer than your break and see what your job says. And you're sitting there to defend this billionaire, this millionaire that's getting paid to play a game. Like, no matter what, they're getting paid to play a game. I ain't hating on them. I'm jealous of them. They getting paid to play a game. I'll sit on the bench, 82 games. I'll get splinters all in my booty. I'll do all that for $1 million. These dudes don't even play for their paycheck. That's the part that Adam Silver don't seem to get. Oh, we're gonna do the in-season tournament to try to get these players more motivated to play. If they're not motivated to play for $200 million contracts, you think a little in-season tournament gonna do that for them? Like, honestly, we out here working for $60,000 a year. People going to work, getting up every day of the week, taking shifts to work to get paid. You know, they getting paid millions of dollars. Even LeBron at 60, he makes $60 million a year. They take half of it for taxes. He's still making $30 million. It'll take us 20 years the average salary to make $1 million. And these dudes is making that easily in a season and they don't even show up. It's just so sad. It's so sad. Like I said, I'm not a hater. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of them, honestly. They so gifted, so lucky, so lucky. Same thing with the actors and shit. Like when they had the strike, I feel bad for anybody who's not getting paid properly. Obviously, everybody want to get paid, but the difference with these actors and stuff is they can go out here and make a YouTube channel and get money. We got to sit here and grind. Like I've been grinding for years and got 6,000 subscribers. Drake's son made a fucking TikTok the other day and had 200,000 subscribers in the first week. I'll never have 200,000 subscribers unless I'm out here grinding every day, putting new content out, you know what I'm saying? But that's why when them actors were like, we're not getting paid, we're getting paid this and that to do these movies. It's like, first of all, you signed the contract to do the movie. You know, when I signed up to do the military, we bitched, we complained, but we did it. You know what I'm saying? We did it. At the end of the day, we signed up. Nobody put a gun to our head. We signed up. They complaining, we're getting paid, underpaid, and all this. Underpaid, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you can make a TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, anything, and get hella followers and make money every month. A normal American, any other country person, a normal person in general can't do that. Like, yeah, we could sit there and make a video every day and hope that it blows up and get paid one day. But you as a celebrity have that advantage for the rest of your life for the most part. People want to hear you talk no matter what. You could be the biggest star or the smallest star. They want to hear you talk. Nobody gives a fuck what I gotta say unless they get to know me type shit. And that's why when they was like, oh, we're striking and it's not fair. It's like, first of all, the actors don't care about the rappers and the musicians that have been underpaid with them crappy deals. They never once stood up for them, ever. Now they want everybody to stand up and march for them. When I was at Disney World or Disneyland a couple weeks back, they was outside blocking the streets and marching. Oh, SAG, AFTRA, whatever, blah, blah. It's like, why? You can easily get on the internet, make a damn TikTok, and get paid within weeks or days. It's like you gotta hustle, man. You gotta hustle. These celebrities and actors and these players, they're too spoiled, man. They forgot what it's like to be poor or normal. Like, I think that's what it is. They forget or they just don't care. Like, they want people to feel sorry for them. Like, I don't feel sorry for any athlete. I don't feel sorry for any actor, any musician. The only thing I feel bad for them is that they don't have peace. And that's worth more than money sometimes. Like, it's easy to say I wish I was famous and I was rich and I was this and that. But when you can't go to Walmart, you can't go to the gas station, you can't go to McDonald's, you can't do anything without people taking pictures of you and following you, that stuff sucks. That stuff do suck. But most people would take that in a heartbeat and living the way we living out here in these streets. People can't even afford gas and pay their bills and all this crap, you know what I'm saying? And these actors are mad because they're getting paid thousands of dollars to do a movie that they signed the contract to do. These players they're sore. Like, you should never hear a player say, oh, I'm sore. You're always sore. That's the point of playing. Like, we go outside. If I go outside right now and I shoot with my son for an hour and tomorrow I'm gonna be sore. That's what you do. It's exercise. It's just like working out. You're gonna be sore. You can work out every day. You're gonna be sore to a point. I just feel like this generation is soft as garment tissue paper, man. Super soft. Super soft. You can't even, like I said, you can't even plan in advance if you want to go see a basketball team because they might sit out. Like if I was a Suns fan and I lived in LA, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch Devin Booker play on Thursday night. He just dropped 32 on Tuesday, and then it's like Wednesday. Oh, he's probably not gonna play. He's out for foot soreness. It's like foot soreness. You a basketball player. You use your feet to run. Duh, your feet gonna be sore. You know, if he said he was like throwing up or something, you could say, well, he probably lying, but that makes more sense. But to hear somebody say, oh, I'm sore, I can't play. Just imagine Patrick Mahomes, like, yeah, I can't play tonight. My arms, my legs sore, my arms sore. Like, it make no sense. That make no sense to me. I get it, like a calf strain or you got like a hamstring or something. That's a little different, you know. But just to sit there and be like, my legs are sore, my feet are sore, my hands are sore, like that's crazy. I got a headache. Like imagine they give Scottie Pippen crap for that time when he had a headache. You know what I'm saying? That was in the 90s. Just imagine that would be okay in this generation. Why am I jumping up? I just thought about that. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I know I'm ranting, but I just feel like people are just too soft, man. It's just sad. Like, this generation is soft when it comes to like work ethic and everything. Like my wife told me she was at work and somebody was like, I need a mental break. Like I never heard, and I ain't bashing nobody because I got mental health issues too. I ain't never heard nobody ever say like I need a mental health break. Like what? Jobs give mental health breaks? I didn't know. That's good. That's good if they do, I guess.
Man, I love it when Wiggins gets vertical. Such an impressive athlete.
I feel sorry for this generation, like my kids and my grandkids, everybody moving forward in general, because you can't make a mistake in this generation. Growing up, like I'll use the armies for example. This is like the best example I can give. When we joined the army, you hear hella leaders be like, oh, I got a DUI when I was, or this, I got an Article 15. Nowadays, you get caught cheating, kicked out the army. You get caught doing drinking or driving, kicked out the army. And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't be kicked out for doing that stuff, but back then you got opportunities to make a mistake. You put a 19-year-old in Korea where the drinking age is like 18 or 16 legally, but you can't drink because you're in the military, but everybody's drinking, so you're obviously going to get a hold of some drink, and you make a mistake, you get in trouble, and your whole life's fucked up, you're ruined, kicked out, can't do anything. It's just sad. Like that applies to everything. You watch old movies, kids will steal from the store, it's like, don't tell your mother, blah blah, you're gonna get in trouble. Nowadays a kid steal from the store, they're going straight to jail. Like they don't even wanna, like maybe they're hungry, maybe they're raised wrong, maybe, same thing with like women and stuff. Like some things, sometimes I think people don't really care. Like you don't have to care about the suspect, you know what I'm saying? Or you're the victim, in my opinion. But like sometimes when you're the victim, like people, it's more than like their feelings are hurt. Like if a girl gets broken up with by a guy or he's cheating on her, she might say like he did this to me in the past. And it's like, if they're lying, that's really fucked up. If you're telling the truth, kudos to you. But it's like, why did you wait till you got, like, y'all broke up and yet you didn't say nothing. And as soon as he gets with a person or he's happy, or you see him happy or you're miserable, it's like, oh, let me bring up what he did. Let me bring up this old stuff. I feel like that's the wrong idea. And I feel like this generation is heavy on that cancel culture shit. And that's sad because like for my son, I'm scared for my son. Like the stuff I said and did back in the day would get me destroyed. Because we was just having fun. Like, back in the day we would say that's G. Or you call somebody the F word, you can't do that now. Like the world is just so different. We didn't mean it like in a hurtful way, like to the, those people. It was just something to say back in the day, Everybody said it. It was in movies. But now if you say it, you're ruined, like, oh, he said this back in the 90s, he said this back in the 2000s. It's just so crazy that how people can hold your words from the past against you, or something you've done in the past against you. Like, we all grow up, we all evolve, we all change. Some people change for the better, some people change for the worse. I'm not saying everybody turns into angels, but
just going to be
It's like
so tough to keep
people
up.
can't change in this generation. That's the sad part. That's the saddest part. Like you make a mistake, you're done. You can't change. And that's scary, man.
He's not afraid to rely on
Feel
others.
sorry for my
He
kids.
calls for help and the pick and roll.
Feel sorry for y'all kids, y'all grandkids. I feel sorry for everybody in this new generation. Social media is a blessing and a curse, honestly.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And slam dunk by
It's cool to see people get paid so much money out here while doing nothing or showing their life or whatever. At the same time, it's like people are too into your life. Like, people stalk me. Like, I got stalkers, bro. Like, I'm not even famous, and I got stalkers. Like, whether it's my ex or whoever it could be. It could be somebody from I went to school with, somebody from my past. People always looking at my page, sending people stuff. Like, people just weird. It's a weird generation. Like, a weird world we live in. Like, that you'd have a stalker. Like, I don't even know why I have a stalker. I'm not famous. I'm not rich. I'm literally a nobody. And I know I got stalkers. I know it sounds crazy. You probably like, he lying. People who know my ex stuff, that was hard. And then still, people just still, like I said, still look at my page. I go to trips with my family, Disneyland. My ex will text me, you go to Disneyland, but you can't come see the kid. It's like, I went to Disneyland after I came to see the kids. Oh no, you didn't, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I posted on the internet now, but you just now seeing it. But it's like, damn, people crazy. People sit there and stalk your page like that. Big three. You think I was gonna make it? We just talking today, bro. I know y'all gonna listen to me, because I see people up here sleeping, and y'all watching these people sleep. So I know if I'm up here talking some real shit, y'all gonna listen. I gotta listen. And I'm gonna talk about the EPD and Tupac thing. I think that, I really believe that, because I'm a big ass Tupac fan. For a long time I used to think as a kid, I just think he's still alive, obviously. I'm not crazy no more, I'm delusional. I know he's gone, sadly. But I really believe that if the cops, the prosecutors, whoever, grand jury, will sit there and take what Keefe D has said about admitting to the crime, they have to look into P. Diddy. Because how can you sit here and say, well, this dude's a felon, he's a gang member, blah, blah, blah. We believe everything he said about, you know, being involved in the Tupac case. And it's like, what about P. Diddy? Oh no, we don't believe that part. He's a liar. You can't, if they're gonna believe everything he said about Orlando and stuff, and it's all like kind of matching up the timelines and stuff, so they know he's not really lying, or they believe him to a point, they have to sit there and look into P. Diddy. And I feel like P. Diddy should be, I feel like P. Diddy could be charged. I don't think he will be. I think he could be. He probably should be. And I don't think Keefe D's lying. P. Diddy was scared in the 90s. He had them gang members with him because he saw the Bloods with Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's lying about P. Diddy being involved. P. Diddy's always been slick. Everybody who's been on Bad Boy has either died, went to jail, or fell off horribly at some point in their career. Hey, but then like with the masters, like he's giving these artists their masters back, and then he's like, if I give you your masters, you got to sign this NDA. You can't say nothing bad about me. Like that's shady. Like if somebody's like, I'm gonna give you some money, but you can't say nothing bad about me, or you can't say nothing bad about my business. Like that's weird. That'll let you know they up to some crooked stuff. I think P. Diddy guilty. I think P. Diddy is G. Ain't nothing wrong with being G. And I think he is because too many people in the industry have brought it up for years, you know what I mean? Like everybody ain't gonna sit here and say the same thing and not be true. Come on, cuz. Ain't nothing wrong with being it, but I think he is because Nas used to said it back in the 90s, Tupac said it, 50's been saying it, young rap stars, young singing stars, girl stars, you know what I'm saying? Cassie's husband said it, you know, Cassie ain't never said nothing because she probably signed the NDA, but her husband can say what he wants, and he said that dude, you know, suspect. Ain't nothing wrong with it, and especially now, you know, this generation is so cool with this stuff. He could be like a change of the guard or something if he was to come out. I do think P. Diddy's worried. I think he's a little scared right now. I know I would be because if they, like I said, if they believe what he said, granted, they're not gonna just believe everything Keefe said, but they know that it's starting to match up. But if everything he's saying is matching up with what they already believe, it would mean he's telling the truth. How can you not believe what he's saying about P. Diddy being involved? Come on, kid. There we go. Assist. Trying to get triple doubles and stuff.
Wiggins has got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. For Sacramento, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Timeout called by the Kings.
Hey, I'm gonna talk about TikTok too. I'm not nothing too crazy. I don't have my audience control thing on, so I ain't gonna say nothing too crazy. I'm trying not to cuss. That's why I'm kind of stuttering and stuff. But TikTok, man.
32 seconds left here in the second.
They took down my video I shared a few minutes ago of the president saying in 2020 about Trump getting us into Iran, you know, confrontation with Iran. I'm trying to like say it many words without like get myself banned. I copied what he said. You know, I posted what he said. I didn't edit it. I don't never edit the videos to make fake videos. That's not what I'm into. You know, I just share what I see. And I shared it for 2020. He said that Trump was he's afraid Trump's gonna get us into a confrontation with Iran. Granted, that's what he's doing right now. I'm not saying he's doing it intentionally, but you know, because they did attack us a little bit. But that's what's happening now. Because I shared, TikTok takes the video down, misinformation. It's like, how is that misinformation? That's coming from his mouth. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? It's not like some random person shared it and said this and that and this and that. This is what this dude said out his mouth. They're like, oh, it's misinformation. So I reported it. This time they gave him the video back. The other day I shared a video where he said, he was talking about the jab. He was like, it was the greatest operational effort ever in America. That's what he said. That's what the White House page said. That was proof, that was facts. That's what they said. I shared the video, didn't alter it, didn't do anything. They took it down for misinformation. So it's like, is the president lying? Clearly we know they all lie. Democrats lie, Republicans lie, independents lie, they all lie. Every one of them's liars to a point. Everybody lies. My son would be like, I don't lie. I'm like, son, everybody lie. You lying. Everybody who got a mouth, ears, if you don't have a mouth, you can talk. If you're human, you lie. Everybody lies. I'm sure if dogs could talk, they would lie. Did you do that, dog? No, I didn't do it. If you did, I caught you on camera. Everybody lies. But it was just, it's funny that they literally said, we're taking the video down for misinformation. It's like, what did I say? I'm saying what he said.
At anybody else's pace but their own.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the
what pissed me off is that they took my video down, but I've seen other people with the same video still up. Or I've seen CNN or whoever shared the same video and it's still up. It's like, why you took my video down? I'm sharing what he said. It's not like he said something in the video and I'm putting up a whole different quote. I literally put what he wrote in quotations and it was on the White House page and they took it down. So I mean, it's just like, that's what's bad about media, social media, is that you are fed media that you want to hear only, for the most part. Like, you might, every once in a while, you might get some stuff you don't like. Like, if you're a hardcore Democrat and you hate Trump, you're never going to see Trump too much.
6 feet out.
You know, but you might see them every once in a while. Vice versa, if you're a hardcore Republican, you might not see Democrat stuff. Or if you do see Democrat stuff, it's stuff you think is dumb, or they're like saying stupid stuff. Me, I've never voted a day in my life. Probably never will. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. Growing up, my family was like, you know, we're Republican, or not Republican. We're Democrat because we're black. My mom's black. She's like, they're for poor people. As I got older, I realized Democrats aren't for poor people. They're for the next popular person. I mean that respectfully. Republicans aren't for, they're for gun holders and more, I feel like Republicans are more traditional, old school people, like, even black people, like, if you're black and you're old, you probably agree with a lot of stuff Republicans say. There's nothing wrong with it. I tell people all the time, you gotta vote for what's gonna help you the best. So like, these celebrities that was like, I'm voting for Donald Trump, I'm voting for Biden, you know they have an agenda. Somebody's paying them to say that, because what idiot wants to pay more in taxes? Like, if you're a celebrity and you're making $1 million a year, you vote for Biden, you're gonna lose 50% of your money off the top, and then they still want you to get more money. And I get it, pay your fair share of taxes. Nobody's saying don't pay your taxes. but it's not fair. Like, life's not fair, but a lot of stuff in this is not fair. Like, the government assistance program, I don't mind government assistance. If you're helping people, that's fine. I'd rather for them to help us than help another country before they help us. If you need food stamps and stuff, you know, nothing's wrong with it. I had food stamps as a kid. But you should want to get off of food stamps. You should want to get off of government assistance. You shouldn't want to sit here for 30 years and get a food stamp check or a TANF welfare check or live in Section 8 for your whole life. You know, as a Section 8, it's like, oh yeah, they pay my rent, but they tell you who can come to your house. They tell you who can stay. They tell you this, they can come in your house and inspect it whenever they want, technically. Granted, they don't, it's not like a war or like the military where they just walk in your room in the middle of the night. But if they find out somebody staying in your house, they can kick you out. Because it's their house. You staying in your house. They're paying your rent. They're paying your bills. They're giving you groceries. They're giving you this. Like I said, I don't have no problem with that stuff. Because, you know, that helped me when I was a kid. My mom, you know, my stepdad was on drugs. We were struggling. We had food stamps. We never had a welfare check. We never had Section 8 because we couldn't get that fortunate. The list is forever. It takes forever to get on those lists and to get approved. But I just feel like people are too comfortable with it. Like, I would never want to sit here and be on the government's dollar all the time. Like, don't you want to grow up and get out? It's like your parents. You don't want to be with your parents, but you'll stay on food stamps for 30, 40 years. You'll be like, well, they owe it to me. No, they don't. Nobody owes you shit. Yeah, you pay taxes. Yeah, you pay into it. I'm not saying you don't owe it like that. But to sit there and think like the government owes you 40, 50 years of government assistance, it's crazy. Your parents, people don't even want to live with their parents. I'm 18, I'm gone. But they'll sit there and stay on food stamps their whole life, or welfare their whole life. And there's no excuse for it, honestly, because eventually you'll get out of it. Like, we was on it for a little bit, we got out of it. You know, eventually you should be able to get out of it, if you want to get out of it. If you don't want to get out of it, you'll never get out of it. Like I said, I don't mind America doing it. I'd rather have America help us before they help everybody else. But it's never been that way. And that's what people need to start realizing. I need to vote for who's going to help me. Stop voting for these Republicans and Democrats because the media is telling you not to vote for the other person. Like Biden, a lot of people didn't vote for Biden because they like Biden. They don't even know what Biden really wanted. They voted for Biden because they didn't want Trump, because that's what they was told by the media. Trump's bad, Trump's this, Trump's that. And then now they got Biden, they're like, oh, Biden ain't did nothing for us. They never do. None of them do. None of the Democrats, Republicans, none of them really do anything. Just like the border stuff, the Democrats, oh, the Republicans didn't help us. They won't pass bills, they won't do this. That's a lie. Because when you were in charge, you had control of both. You didn't do it. You never passed a bill. Just like the Democrats, and we're going to look out for black people and all this stuff. They never passed a bill to help black people. When? Why not? They had control of the House and the Senate at some point. Why didn't you pass a bill then? Why do you wait till the Republicans get in charge and then say, oh, Republicans aren't going to help us? Well, no, they're not going to help you. You're the enemy. It's like the Clippers and Lakers. They're in the same town. They're not going to help each other and win the game. They should, because, you know, it's for the American people, but they don't care. It's all about points. It's like a quota system. Like, yeah, we passed 20 bills this year. Y'all passed 11. You know, we got this amount of money in revenue. Y'all got this amount. They don't care about nothing. They're not going to care because they know people are voting for popularity. Anybody who votes for Biden because they hate Trump's an idiot. Anybody who votes for Trump because they hate Biden's an idiot. You should be voting for Biden because you believe in Biden. You should be voting for Trump because you believe in Trump. You should be voting for RFK because he's independent. You know, I don't know anybody else. Because you believe in them. You shouldn't be voting for them because, oh, CNN told me not to vote for Trump. Or Fox told me not to vote for Biden. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to vote for who's going to help you out. If Biden's going to sit here and give $50 billion to Ukraine, how's that going to help anybody in America? Who is that helping? You could say, oh yeah, it helps us in the future, possibly, if we get, you know, an ally. Okay, but who's that helping right now? Who's that helping with the pockets? Same thing with the Republicans. They keep saying, we don't want to help Ukraine, we don't want to help Ukraine. But they do. They all do, because they're all getting paid by these companies. You know who it is. All the politicians need to wear NASCAR jackets and show who's putting money in their pockets. If they all wore NASCAR jackets, like, I'm a Chase Elliott fan, Kyle Larson fan. They're Chevy, so they got Chevy on their thing. Chase Elliott has Napa Auto Parts, he got Napa, he got Hooters, he's got all these sponsors on his jacket. If the politicians wore the sponsors on their jacket, you'll see why they do the things they do. You'll see it. a couple weeks ago with the House Speaker thing. Lorraine Boebert, whatever her name is, that girl that got caught vaping in the movie theater or whatever. She was talking all this stuff on there on Twitter about how she didn't agree with McCartney or whatever his name is, McCarthy, and all that, and how we needed change in the office and all this. And as soon as they went to vote, she didn't vote for the other House Speaker. And then when he got impeached or whatever they call it, kicked out as a House Speaker, she was on Twitter talking about, I'm glad. It's like, you didn't even vote for it. You didn't even vote for it. Why? Because whoever's in your pockets didn't want you to. And I feel like politicians need a term. If the president can only be the president for 8 years, how come Congress people can sit there for 30, 40 years? Like Nancy Pelosi. She's 80 years old. America's never going to change if it's ran by the older people. You think about your parents, and they tell you, like, you can't go out to the club, you can't do this. God don't like that, you know, if you came from a religious house. God don't like that, blah, blah, blah. So you think about your parents, how they talk to you, or your grandparents, how you shouldn't be wearing this, you shouldn't be doing that. You think about that. That's the same concept. These old people, and nothing wrong with old people, but these old politicians that's been working for 40, 50 years, still in there with their, you know, everybody has their mindset. Most people are not going to change their mindset. They might have to do certain things to, you know, to keep their job or what the boss wants, but they have their mindset in a certain way already. She's been in office 40 years. You really think she's going to make a change? No. We need terms. I think the president should be 8 years, and then everybody else should be maybe 12, 10 to 12 at the most. That way, if you ever did make it the president, you do 20 years in total. It makes no sense to see anybody, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whoever, Congress, somebody in the Senate, somebody in the House, been there for 40 years. That makes no sense. You can't even stay in the military for 40 years, most of the time. If you stay here for like 35 years or something like that, 38 years, you get your full retirement. They won't even let you get to 38 years too many times. Like, out of 1,000 soldiers or military, maybe 5 will get to a 38-year career. And it's nothing against them. They can be the best soldier. They just won't let you stay in that long. But they'll let somebody run Congress, make bills, pass laws for 40, 50 years. The girl from California that just died at like 90 years old, the longest reigning blah blah blah, she should be the last. There should never be another person that can run for 50 years in a position. Like, come on now. She was in the office for 50, 60 years, damn near died in the office. A couple months ago, she couldn't even make a decision. They had to tell her what to say. Same thing with Biden. If you look at that video I posted today, in 2020, and I'm not a Biden hater because he was my boss. He was my vice president when I was in the military too. I'm not a hater of him. I just hate bullshit. And if you look at him from 2020 in that video, he talks so much faster, so much better, more confident. Now if you listen to him talk, he can't even have a sentence without stuttering. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just not competent. He's too old. He's too old. And it's nothing against him. I'm not saying Trump should be the president. I'm not saying whoever should be president, but I really do believe there should be term limits. Like, just look at the 2020 video. 4 years, 3 years ago, he talked so much clearer, so much faster, didn't stutter that much. He just sounded like he was not reading from a script. Now he can't even talk without a piece of paper in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the president has an 8-year term, Congress has term. You know what I'm saying? And I just hate how the media controls everything. I wish there was a place to go to get real news, like accurate news. Like, you don't know who to watch. If you say somebody says CNN, I don't believe you. Somebody says Fox, I don't believe you. You say MSNBC, I don't believe. You say Vice TV, I don't believe you. There's nowhere to go to get unbiased news. That's what I'll say, unbiased. There's nowhere to go. I was on Twitter the other day. I post these videos. That's where I get a lot of my videos from Twitter and YouTube and stuff. I'm on Twitter the other day. CNN, as soon as that dude won the House or whatever, the new House Speaker, I'm not sure if you're aware, he said he had this to say about G marriage a few years ago. And I'm thinking, okay, you share that. That's cool. You got a right to share what you want. But how come you don't share 2006 Biden talking about G marriage, how it's between a man and a woman, and it's not important to the American people. They don't care. Because you're pushing an agenda. you can't say nothing bad. Just like I said earlier, we all lie. Everybody lies. But you hear the president say, never say nothing bad. Like, if you're the president, say something bad. Say you did something bad. We all make mistakes. We all do bad things. Say you did something bad. You will never hear the president say, I did this bad. He keeps saying, I grew jobs. I'm growing the economy. Nobody believes you, dude. We can't afford gas. We can't afford groceries. We can't afford to live. People are, you know what I'm saying? We grew the most jobs. And I always make a joke. Well, yeah, because you need 2 jobs to survive. And it's just so, like lying. And people believe everything they see on the news. Like, I don't believe everything. I'm the type, when I see a post, like with that Matthew Perry dude when he died the other day, I didn't just get on the internet, oh, I see Matthew Perry's dead, and share it. Because the other day somebody said, Bruce Willis died. And I was like, oh shoot, Bruce Willis died. I could have shared it and posted it and it would have been false news, right? As soon as I saw Bruce Willis died, I was like, let me check. I go on Google, Bruce Willis. That would have been the first thing that popped up. Bruce Willis died, TMZ somebody. Nothing came up. I didn't share it. That's common sense. People don't do that. People in this generation are so quick to be the first. Same thing with the other day with those mass, I ain't gonna say the word because I don't know if they're gonna take me down. The mass, you see people, like it was at Texas a couple weeks ago at a fair or something. It's like, oh, there was an S at a fair. And you see the video and it's like everybody's running away from it and the guy with the camera's over there videotaping it. It's like, so you hear G's going off, you hear pow, 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 and you, instead of leaving, you run to the direction of the stuff with the camera because you want to share the video. It's not even like you doing it because you're trying to look out for somebody. You're doing it because you want to get famous. You want to get famous. Like that's what it is. I grew up in the hood for like half my life. I lived in the hood, and I knew I was in the hood when I saw G in elementary, and I was scared to death. So my whole life I've been taught to you hear that, duck and get away. Never to sit there, pull out my phone, videotape it. People live streaming stuff. Like, you're in a movie theater and it's getting, you know, bang, bang, bang. You're in a movie theater and that's happening. They sit there, they pull up the camera, they videotape it. Because this generation is all about just clout. Like, we're clout chasing. We want to be on screen. If I'm out at Walmart and I hear that, I'm not gonna pull my phone out. You can still tell people, yeah, there was a bang, bang bang at Walmart. You don't have to sit there and be on a camera and videotaping it, risking your life just to get famous. Because you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. I posted those videos a couple months back with Terrell Owens and Stephen A. They got over 300,000 views, 400,000 views, 500,000 views. I haven't got a video since. I'm still broke. I'm still here. I still don't have 10,000 followers. It's not going to change anything. But if I'd have been, you know, if I'm out there videotaping that and I get, you know, my life taken for what? For a clout? That's all it is. It's not. What are you videotaping it for? If you're in a store, most likely they got cameras now. Everybody got cameras nowadays. But that's the generation we live in. It's sad.
Out to Thompson, pass to Wiggins. Looney, a screen on Williams. Wiggins from long range, and that's good.
Man, we live in a crazy generation.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to
we live in a crazy world. And I don't think that G should be banned because if you put a G on the table and nobody touches it, nobody will get, you know, popped. That's my belief. When they say assault, W, weapon, whatever, what is that? That's not what it's called. It's called an armor light rifle, not a rifle. So what is a weapon? Anything could be an weapon. A table, this Xbox controller could be an assault weapon. You know, I could hit you with it. So I don't think that's the problem. I think it's the people. We live in a generation where you can't tell people nothing. You can't say anything to people nowadays. When I was a kid, I mean, you walk down the street, you hear people say stuff to you, like, you shouldn't do that, son, young man, you know, blah, 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 you shouldn't do that. You can't do anything nowadays. You say something to some kids nowadays, you ain't my mama, you ain't my, you know, get away from me, blah, blah, blah. They might beat you up nowadays. This generation don't have no respect. They think they all entitled to stuff. Only thing promised to you in life is death. Ain't nothing promised to you. Ain't nothing guaranteed. You ain't gonna wake up and be guaranteed you're gonna be a millionaire. You're not gonna wake up and be free, guaranteed to be free. The only thing you can count on is that one day you won't wake up, or one day you will die. That's it. That's the only appointment in life that we can't miss. Man, I feel like this generation is just too entitled. Like they so entitled. We didn't expect nothing, boy. Well, you expected to get a spanking if you acted up. That's about it. I just feel like now we need to stick together more than ever as a country, and I feel like we're more divided than ever. I think that's funny that I feel like we're more divided now than we were before. Like when Trump was in president, they were like, oh, the world's, we're messed up because of Trump. Now Biden's the president. It's like I feel like we're worse than we were, like, not just financially, I'm talking about like in general, like people are fighting each other, hate, so much conflict around the world. It's just sad, man. It's just sad. Wow, it literally threw me out there.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Oh, this is the in-season? I was wondering if they had the in-season tournament in there or not. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play. I tell you, I haven't really. This is probably one of the last 2K. Last 2K and this 2K are like the first 2Ks I played my career and not really finished at least the season. I used to always finish the season. Like, I remember I used to grind. And now I don't even feel like it matters. It really don't even matter anymore. It's just not the same for me. I let the young kids get to the grind. Dang. I just keep doing what I'm doing.
He's got 15.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with
Yeah, man. I don't know what we need, but we need a change. We need a change.
So it's the
For
Golden
real.
State Warriors up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. They've had incredible success defensively.
My biggest thing, like I said, I'm not Democrat, Republican, none of that. The biggest thing I have against Biden is that he doesn't talk, and I feel like that's wrong. Much as I hate, I live in California, so much as I hate Governor Newsom, he would be a better president because at least he'll talk. He'll come out and talk. He'll debate. You don't even get Biden to debate. He won't even debate his own Democrat people. They're not going to go too hard on him. Wow, no foul, nothing. But yeah, that's what I hate about Biden is he don't talk. Bang. I don't know if I made it or not. Sometimes you miss it. Flash. Yeah, that's my biggest Biden critique is he won't talk to the people. He sent his little people out to talk. And every president has the little White House press secretary and stuff, so it's not like he's the only one. He's like the president that has talked the least. And I don't think people realize that this dude has been on vacation for almost 50% of his damn presidency. Like, that doesn't make no sense. I remember when Trump was president, they were like, oh, Trump's doing this, he's doing that. Trump was using his own money. He wasn't even using his salary. He donated his whole presidential salary to like organizations and stuff, and people were still complaining. This dude's been on his presidency for over 40% of it on vacation, and you don't hear nobody talking about it. When the stuff was going off last week, you had 50 Cent tweeting about, get up, Joe, the world's going crazy, you out here on vacation. It's just so sad. Like, that's what I hate the most about this stuff. It's like the world wants you to hate Republicans because whatever. And it's like, you shouldn't hate them because of the world. You should hate them because they don't agree with your line of thinking or something, not because the media told you to hate them. I feel like people just let the media control them so much.
I think he's got the potential to make multiple All-NBA teams. The ability offensively to attack at 3 levels and to be equally good on the defensive end of the floor.
I'm just ranting today.
Wow, their opponent is doing a
it's just annoying when you grow up and you kind of see how the world is. It's just so fake.
Giddy against Thompson. Outside, Williams. Just 5 to shoot.
But I do know they need to get these gas prices down. Granted, California's is high because they want to be. And that dude was interviewed that day with Sean Hannity. He was like, well, California only charges 85 cents extra tax. So our gas is worth $1 more for what? It's the same gas. The same gas they get in North Carolina. Same gas they get in Vermont. Same gas they get in Idaho. But we pay $1 more only, he says. But the average is like $3 or $4 everywhere else. It's $6 here. So we're paying like $2 more. And their solution is to, we're gonna tax the gas companies more. It's like, why? They're gonna just raise the prices more. It's like, duh. Duh. It's like McDonald's, man. Everybody's like, we want to make $15 an hour. And I understand. Everybody just needs more money. Sometimes you got to work more jobs. You know, that's just the sad part. Like in the military, like you don't just work 9 to 5. That's too easy. Most days you work 9 to 5. But there are those days where you work 4 to 9 or 3 to 9 or you work all day. That's what people need to understand. Like sometimes one job ain't enough. What law does it say one job is supposed to be enough? Like it would be nice to be able to work one job and pay all your bills, but that doesn't work anymore. That's not going to ever happen again. When my grandparents were kids, you know, like most people's grandparents, you know, your grandma might have never worked. Your granddaddy might have worked one job and took care of everybody. Like my grandma never worked. Both my grandmothers never worked. Great grandmas, they took care of the house. That was their job, you know, in a way. That was their home job or whatever they had to do. My granddaddy would work and take care of 10, 11, 12 kids. Now, you need 2 or 3 jobs almost to survive because the economy is so bad. And I'm not saying that's Trump's fault or Biden's fault or whoever's fault. That's just facts. You can't survive off one job unless you're making NBA money or superstar money, or maybe these executives and top of these companies can work one job and feed their family. But the average person can't work one job. So when people at McDonald's are like, I want to make $15 an hour, blah, 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 and I get it. You know, they got the $15 an hour, now the McChickens are $3 instead of 1. The double cheeseburgers are $3 instead of 1. You know, that's the price. You're almost better off going out to eat at Chili's than you are to eat at McDonald's. Like literally, you see Chili's commercials where it'll be like, you can dine for lunch for less than $20, $15. I go to McDonald's, a Big Mac regular, the #1 regular is like $10 or $11. You make it large, it's like $13. So you pay $13 to get a McDonald's fast food sandwich that'll fill you up for like 15 minutes. Or you can go to Ruby Tuesday or Chili's or anywhere. They like maybe $15 to $20. You get to sit down, they bring you the food, you get to enjoy it, you get treated. And for the same price, you're gonna get a little bit more food, you're gonna have a better experience. For maybe $1 or $2 more, you're better off paying for it. When we were kids, McDonald's was the cheapest spot to go to. You got $5, you can get a McChicken, a fry, a drink. You get 2 sandwiches of McChicken. You can get a McChicken, a double cheeseburger, fry, and a drink for like $4.80 back in the day. Now you can't even get a drink for $3. Like the other day, I was trying to get a large fry. It was like $5 for a fry. You know what I'm saying? So those prices will never go down. It's crazy to think that I'm that old that a dollar menu is not even existent anymore. They have the value menu. It's not even value anymore. It's like crap. It's just crazy. And you just think about like all the money we give to other countries. And it's not just Ukraine. It's been happening forever. Every president does it, so I don't know why everybody's shocked. It's just sad to see a president see the country struggling as bad as we have been and give that kind of money away. Usually America gives the money away when we're doing good, you know. But it's like being in a recession and we over here funding other countries. It's like, that makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, to sit here and say, you hear the government say, like, we can't afford to, you know, I don't even know, like, we can't, like, school lunches, like, California school lunch is free for every kid. You know, I think that's fair. That's cool, you know, because my whole life I had to pay. My mom, she worked, my stepdad worked, he was on drugs. We didn't have money. He took all our money and he would blow it on drugs. But the government would say, okay, y'all make, you know, $50,000, whatever it was a year. You don't apply, you don't fit the criteria to get free lunch. So I always had to pay for lunch. So a lot of days I wouldn't eat because I wouldn't want to pay, you know, $1 or whatever it was for that whack lunch. And it's not fair. It wasn't fair that my mom had to pay because we worked, you know, because she worked extra and had a look, you know, they considered to have more money than normal. And we didn't. We were still struggling. We still was behind on the bills. But, you know, financial wise, we were supposed to be good. We had to pay for lunch. I think it's cool that now in most states, kids get free lunch. Everybody should get free lunch. It should be. The stuff sucks anyway. It ain't like they going to McDonald's. I can see if the school had McDonald's in there and they wouldn't give you free lunch. It's some crap. You know? I feel like every kid should get free lunch. Just like the bills and stuff. Like, I got Xfinity. They'll be like, you may qualify for, you know, a knockoff of your bill for low income. That's not fair. Why do I gotta pay more because I got money? You know, I got more money than you. I should have shot that. Well, he made it. So, like out here in California, they're talking about potentially, some cities have already done it, supposedly, or passed laws to do this. But in some parts of California, and eventually the whole state, they're trying to do income-based electric. So if you make more money, you gotta pay more for your electric. How does that make sense? It's the same electric. What's the difference between your electric and my electric? What if I was Bill Gates? Or I'm gonna say Bill Gates. What if I made like $100 grand a year, which is considered too much in California? Which clearly ain't enough in California. But say I made $100 grand and I lived in Watts. And somebody who lived in Watts made $20,000 working at McDonald's. They got food stamps, you know, TANF, Section 8, whatever, all that stuff. And then they can get, you know, electric bill knocked down really cheap every month because of their income. Everything's low because of their income. And then I live in the same city, the same house. I just make $100 grand, and they only make 20 grand. I gotta pay way more or full price, and that's not fair. How you gonna? You're punishing people for having more. Like at the end of the day, is that fair? If we all worked at the same job and they said, okay, I'm paying these people more, I'm gonna pay these people less, that would be different. But you work at let's say like Chevy. You work at Chevy, you don't make a lot, so you get assistance. I work Chevy, McDonald's, and Denny's. I mean, I'm working 3 jobs. I make too much. I gotta pay full price. That's not fair. How's that fair? You're literally telling people that we're gonna punish you for having more than other people. I feel like that's the opposite. That should be the opposite. It should be the you shouldn't be punished for any, you know, for having more or less. Wow. How does my income have to do with my bill? Like my electric bill? Like that's crazy. Like, oh, if you make too much, you make a certain amount of money, you're gonna have to pay more on your electric. It's like, what? It should be how much electric I use. Like it always has been. Not, oh, he makes 80 grand, he's gonna pay full rate. She makes 40 grand, we're gonna give her half a rate. Like that's not fair. Or like Wi-Fi. Like Wi-Fi should be free for everybody. Wi-Fi now, internet now is almost a need. When we was growing up, it was a want. When I was a kid, I wanted to play on Xbox Live. When I was a kid, I wanted to watch cable. Now, internet is like a necessity to a point, because you need it for your car, you need it for your phone, you need it for your watch, you need it for your school, you need it for refrigerators, you need it for everything. So why not make Wi-Fi free for everybody? And they don't have to be like everybody gets 5G. It's free. You get what you pay for. So if they give out free Wi-Fi like they do for low income, just give it out to everybody. Like, okay, you get free Wi-Fi. It might be like, I'm not good with the stuff, so don't bash me. 5 megabytes per second or something, some slow stuff or decent stuff. It's free. That's fine. And then you can say, okay, it's free for everybody, but you know, we got streamers, whoever, you know, whatever you do, your job might be online based. You can pay monthly to have a better insurance or better internet. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. That would be fair. It's free for everybody. There's no excuse. Everybody has internet. But if you want the top internet, you can pay more because you have the means to get it. And that's not hurting nobody. Everybody still has internet. But it's like they can't do that. That makes too much sense. It makes too much sense. But you give it to somebody that has low income, and I'm not bashing them because I was there. But it's not fair to people that have income or who are working 2 or 3 jobs to say you can't. You work 2 or 3 jobs, you make more money than they do, you got to pay more, or you know, whatever. Same thing with Medicaid.
outside Gilgeous Alexander.
Like, insurance is expensive. Thankfully, I have it through the military the rest of my life at a fairly good price.
MP, the pass to Paul.
But it is expensive. My mama don't, she makes too much money. She can't even get Medicaid in Virginia no more because she makes too much money. She's a single person. She has one job. She has to pay her own rent by herself, her car, her insurance, everything by herself. One income, one job. She makes too much money. I think she make like $3,000 a month, maybe $3,500 a month, maybe on a good month. But $3,500 a month. Her rent's like $14,000. Her car's like $7,000. That's already over half her check. You know, she got to pay all her bills. That's her fault. It's her bills. You know, at the end of the day. You know, but I'm just saying, like, you're saying she makes too much. Like, she maybe do, but when you think about it, she really don't. Like, yeah, it sounds good, $3,500 a month, you know, on a good month. $3,500 after taxes or $3,500 before taxes. I mean, that sounds great. Then you start thinking about insurance. Health insurance will be like hella money. Car insurance, hella money. Phone, hella money. All that shit add up. And they could easily just say, let's do free internet or free, you know, do something like that. They don't want to. They really give it away to somebody though.
They've now had assists on
Double.
each of their last 3 buckets.
Can't text my wife though. I just think the government is just messed up. They playing us all against each other.
Fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5
People don't
minutes
see it.
into it. Gilgeous Alexander on the wing. The fadeaway. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. MP's got 4 rebounds now. Payton passes to MP. Here's
Come on,
Looney.
He gonna be mine
And he
anyway.
got the whistle on the way
Yeah, man, I
up,
just,
so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
it's sad that we live in a country where you're punished for being successful. And I don't like to say successful because then if you're not, you know, it's pretty much saying if you're not this, you're not successful. But you're literally telling people that, oh, we're going to charge you based off your income on your electric. And if you don't make that much, you're going to stay for free. Like, that's not fair. I understand you can help out people. Like, yeah, give them discounts. That would make sense. You know, you're under income. You know, maybe here's a credit or something. Or here's an assistance program. But to sit there and say, like, we're going to base your bill off your income is, like, insane to me.
Green with a screen on Dort to the inside.
Come on, kid.
That time from Holmgren.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range,
Yeah, we can kiss those low interest rates on houses goodbye. That shit ain't never coming back down. Why would they? They know people are paying 8%. Why would they ever drop it back to 2% or 3% or whatever it was before? Why would they? Like McDonald's, like even if the economy got great, inflation went down, you think they're ever gonna bring back Dollar McChickens? Hell no. That's gone. They know they can make all this money.
The scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A
They never
great
do that.
showing here for the Warriors.
It's like the money. Everybody's like, let's increase the pay. You want $20 an hour. It's like, why? All they're gonna do is increase the prices. Like, it sounds good. It's a mind game. It's like, yeah, okay, you're getting paid $20 more. You go from 15 to 20, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's great. Then you get the paycheck, and it's only like $300, $200 more per month. It's like, that's it? Yeah, that's it. But now everything else is going up. So it's not like, okay, yeah, my bill, I make $200 more a month now. You know, everything's the same price. It's like, no, yeah, you make $200 more a month now. And gas is up $2 a gallon. And milk's up $3 a gallon. And this is up, food's up, the bill's up, you know, blah, blah. But it's like, I don't even want the A to go up. I want the stuff to go down. But it's never gonna go down. It's gonna keep going up. One day in America, a minimum wage is gonna be like $40 an hour. And it's not gonna be enough to survive. And it doesn't have to be. People need to understand that one job doesn't mean you're gonna make it. I think people live in a fantasy world where I work one job, I'm good. That's not true.
MP's got 38 points.
Showing us that killer
That is not
instinct
true.
right now.
You look at actors and musicians, they perform, they write. Take Rod Wave, okay? He sings, he raps, he writes, he probably produces a little bit. He has to act in his music videos. He's got to do this, he's got to do that.
And here's MP from outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's just doing one job. So people think like, oh, I work at McDonald's or wherever, Target, Walmart, I should be able to make full amount. You should, but life ain't fair. Like, you know your bills are $2,000 a month and you only make $1,800, and you continue to work there and not get another job or do something else. That's your fault, because you know your bills are $2,000 and you only make $1,800. That means you're gonna be negative $200 each month. If you just keep sitting there settling for it, what do you expect is gonna happen? It's like people think like, oh, I'm supposed to just get a job and I'm supposed to make it, and that's how it is. It's like, this ain't a fairy tale. That would be great. Everybody would love to work at, if everybody could work at McDonald's or Target or wherever and survive, everybody would be working. That'd be a dream. Yeah, we only gotta work one job, we can survive. We got enough money for the whole month and some. Like, I work one job, my wife work one job, or I work one job, I can feed the whole house. That's never gonna happen again unless you are super duper rich. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Get that out your mind. It's not gonna happen. McChickens aren't going back to $1. Double cheeseburgers ain't going back to $1. It's not gonna happen. People just live in a fantasy world, like, oh, this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen. It's like, that's not what's gonna happen. Sad, man. I can sleep by your voice. Oh man, my stomach hurt. Alright, I think so. We're gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go chill for a little bit before I go pick up my son. I'll hit that like button, follow, comment, subscribe.